Hey guys, so bad news. The audio somehow got corrupted and lost. I only have the first minute of audio, so I don't know why. All the other episodes' audios are fine, but what I'm going to be doing is editing together the gameplay for the crucial parts and put in some of the summaries of what our general feelings were when playing through it. And then after about 12 minutes, what would be the next episode 15, will start. So you guys will still get a full episode. Sorry about this. I have no idea why that happened. Anyway, enjoy the episode.
The culprit was wearing a polar bear costume, probably to hide their identity. But if murder-suicide was the plan, the costume served no purpose.
Maybe he was thinking like this. The reason Iris and I can't be together is because her agency prohibits it, making the president, Renju, the ultimate bad guy in his mind.
Mizuki is Ota's close friend. Do you really think Ota would kill his friend's father?
Shoko was married to Renju. Maybe he was trying to get at Renju by killing her.
That's a stretch. They've been divorced for years. Ota knows all about it. He wouldn't use Shoko to get to Renju.
Stay away from Tessa!
Ota showed himself on the stream. If he was gonna kill Iris and then himself, why would he do that? The only reason you would show yourself like that is to prove that you weren't the culprit. Ota and the polar bear on the screen at the same time would prove that they're not the same person. That behavior would be totally unnecessary if he was gonna commit suicide anyway.
Well, maybe he wasn't planning on dying at first. After he killed Iris, he realized that he couldn't live with himself.
So he lies down on the workbench and turns on the ice-cutting machine himself? I don't buy it.
There are some additional discrepancies. I analyzed the investigation report. Judging by his wound, Ota was stabbed in the side by a kitchen knife or something similar.
Are you sure?
I am.
Oh, I know that.
Well?
Ota could have stabbed himself. Maybe he thought it would be a fatal wound, but when it didn't work, he went for the ice-cutting machine.
Then, shouldn't we have recovered the kitchen knife from the scene?
Maybe he threw it in the ocean.
Boss, come on. Ota goes out to the water, stabs himself in the gut, throws the knife over the side, then walks back to the warehouse?
Well, I wasn't being serious. I didn't think Ota was the culprit from the beginning. I was just playing devil's advocate for HQ.
Really?
Yes, really.
Anyway, Ota didn't kill anyone, and he didn't kill himself. Here's what I think happened.
Stay away from Tessa!
Ota knew Iris was kidnapped, so he rushed onto the scene. That's when he saw the culprit wearing the polar bear costume. He tried to fight him off, but ended up being stabbed in the side. He was weakened and losing blood at the culprit's mercy. The culprit forced him into the costume, then under the ice-cutting machine. And then...
Then, who is the culprit?
I wish I knew.
We're up to 4 victims. But Ota was a special circumstance. He wasn't specifically targeted by the culprit.
Right. And he was the only one to not have his eye pulled out.
So let's focus on the 3 other victims. Shoko, Renju, and Iris. What connects these 3?
Connections.
If you find a connection between the victims, you find a connection to the culprit. That's the theory of investigation, right?
You think the new Cyclops killer is related to them somehow?
Maybe, maybe not. But it's a good starting point.
Hitomi and Renju are definitely linked. They were high school classmates. And she did say that she met Shoko twice. But I can't imagine she would kill Iris in such a gruesome way. No matter what the circumstances were, it seems impossible to me. Mizuki has the strongest connections with all three victims. Shoko and Renju were her parents, and she was close friends with Iris. She was good friends with Ota too. But that's why I could never believe Mizuki would kill all four of them. Thinking of her as a suspect is ridiculous. Mayumi had motive for killing Iris and Renju. Mayumi hated Iris, and she didn't think well of Lemnis Gate either. And since Renju is the president... Anyway, the weak point is Renju's ex-wife, Shoko. I can't imagine why Mayumi would kill her. And above all else, she would never harm her only son, let alone kill him. Renju and Shoko were connected to the Kumakuras. But there's no connection to Iris. Renju, Shoko, and So. There is a connection between Renju and Shoko through the Kumakuras. But again, I can't see any clear link to Iris. I know Renju and Shoko. And I'm connected to Iris. But I have an alibi. Aside from Shoko, there's no way I could have killed any of them. No, now that I think about it, Shoko too. I don't remember killing her. My memories from 6 years ago are missing, but I still have my memory of recent events. And if I start doubting myself now...
Date, I can say without a doubt that there is zero possibility you are the new Cyclops killer. I have been working with you for years. I know better than anyone that you are innocent.
I thought it over, boss. Of the people I know, I can't peg any of them as the murderer.
And no leads to pursue?
No.
Then there's only one thing you can do. Continue your investigation. Do whatever it takes to get the culprit. To get justice for the victims.
You're right. Got it, boss. Mizuki must know. About Iris and Ota.
Of course. The news was distributed heavily across the internet. Not just in Japan, but worldwide. 3 days ago, Mizuki discovered her mother's body. 2 days ago, her father's. This morning, 2 of her best friends. It is completely understandable that she is at her mental limit.
Can I be left alone for a while?
Are you okay?
Yeah.
Aiba, contact Abyss. See if they can get Mizuki a good counselor.
Understood.
This is your fault. I heard from the police. Because you didn't take care of Iris, my boy Ota got involved.
Date, I looked into the investigation report. Mayumi confirmed Ota's body early this morning.
I see.
I'm sorry. I want to be alone right now. Did you not hear me? I said leave!
Date, let's go. She is in no state to talk.
Yeah, you're right.
Are you okay, honey?
Huh?
About last night. Well, at 3 in the morning, anyway.
You know about it?
It's on every channel. You have the face of a ghost. Do you want a glass?
I don't need a drink. I need information. Do you have anything?
Well, let's see. I do have... I suppose you could call it intuition.
Tell me.
Hey guys, I'm Sync.
And I'm Echo.
And we're back once again playing AI, the Somnium Files. In the last episode, we talked to Boss a lot about theories, none of which really stick that much, so we create our own. But Boss was being a little suspicious.
And then she was like, I was just playing Devil's Advocate, JK. I'm like, Boss, really?
JK, LOL.
Boss, really?
So we're out gathering information. So far, we've met 3 people, 2 of which are grieving, understandably. And we're at Mama. Well, we're with Mama at Maples, Marbles.
It's
trying
Marble.
to get Marble.
Just without the
Yeah.
S.
Getting information, seeing what information she has. Apparently, she has an intuition for us.
That's all we have right now, Mama, so anything is better than nothing.
Right.
Information about the incident.
The Kumakuras are involved in this case.
Huh.
Remember what I told you before? That there's a relationship between Ren and the Kumakuras? Shoko also has a relationship with them.
I think we figured
You
that
know
out.
about her dealings with the Kumakuras, right?
So basically, 2 of the victims are linked to the Kumakuras. That must mean they're involved somehow, right?
Not 2, 3.
3? Iris?
No, not that one.
The boy.
What?
He came here last night?
Ota?
Yes, from Matsushita Diner. He's linked to the Kumakuras as well.
Oh, shit. Someone called me. Okay, so I knew it was gonna be like It's not Iris. It's gonna be the boy.
Uh-huh. So how is Ota related to the Kumakuras?
Have you heard the rumor?
Mama told me a similar story to Iris. It's about So Sejima and the Kawasaki district. But what does that have to do with Ota? The basic idea is this. 8 years ago, So sold his lands in the Kawasaki district for 30 billion yen. Half a year later, an explosion in a chemical plant caused the land prices to drop drastically. So bought back the land for 1 million yen, almost like he knew beforehand the incident would happen. Did So blow it up, or did it conspire to blow it up? No, that wouldn't make sense. So wouldn't gain anything from that. He would end up with 29 billion in cash and 1 billion in land. It's a net zero. It's a net zero?
Yeah, I don't get that.
I mean, if his,
it's a net 29 billion.
Am I missing something here?
Oh, the land. Okay, I see what they're saying. The land initially was worth 30 billion. He sold it.
He sold it for. So he had the land
so
for
the
a
price
while. No,
is
he
the same.
so he had it. He had the land for a long time. I don't remember if it's like, I don't think it was in his family, but it was a long time. Then he sold it for 30 billion, and then he got it back for 1 billion.
Uh-huh.
So if his thing was just to get quick cash, then yes, this is actually a way to get quick cash. And it's like so suspect that this happened. But
from like on paper.
But on paper, like.
No, this is still...
No, this still doesn't make sense, because it doesn't say what the land was originally when he got it. It's just that he sold it for 30 billion, and then he got it back for 1 billion.
That land was worth 30 billion.
That he got.
And so he got it, and then he bought it back. Yeah, okay, it is net zero.
I don't understand what the net zero is.
Now I was confused. So, the land... that land is worth 30 billion. So, before he sold it, that land that he owned was 30 billion yen.
Yes.
He sells it for 30 billion yen.
Yeah.
Then he buys it back so he gets the 30 billion in cash. And then he buys the land back for 1 billion. So he has the land that it was what it was worth, and then just devalued it. He devalued that land down to 1 billion.
Net zero of land?
That's what that means. Yes, it's dumb. I disagree, but that's what it's.
I still don't understand. I'm just gonna take it.
Let's move along.
I'm gonna take it as he got all the land back, like all of it, so he didn't lose any land at all, but he got more cash. Like I think.
I know, I agree, it's
Talking
dumb.
about the land itself, it's dumb. You're not focused on the important part is that he got $20 billion out of it still.
Yeah.
Or yen, sorry.
Yeah.
But there's more to the story.
You can talk with Mom again.
That didn't tell me anything about Ota! What? How's the boy?
Right.
That didn't tell me anything about Ota!
I know.
Okay, talk to me about the senator and the Kawasaki's district.
The Kumakuras own a handful of real estate companies. They of course look legit, but they're Yakuza fronts. I'll call those real estate companies the KE to keep it simple for you. The KE followed in So's footsteps. They bought up land in Kawasaki.
Except for Ota's diner.
Now, back to So. Have you heard of the plans for the casino in Kawasaki?
Oh.
So was the one who came up with it.
I was born and raised in Kawasaki. I remember the landscape of my childhood, and I loved it dearly.
I'm gonna put Giant Casino on it.
But look at Kawasaki now. When I see images of the destruction on television, my heart aches like it's being chopped to pieces. But I promise you,
That's
I
funny.
will revive the Kabasaki district at any cost.
But you didn't do anything. you
Casino
haven't even
Town
tried to
Kabasaki
anything.
will give new life to the city.
This is like the only project that's been done in this region for years.
To our knowledge.
After that, So moved fast. He submitted the bills he needed to the National Assembly after drumming up support in the right places. The
Oh,
bills
except for the
passed and
diner.
it became an official government initiative.
To build a
Decontamination
casino.
efforts therefore increased at a rapid pace in the Kabasaki district.
Oh,
At the
so they
moment,
are
the area is still
decontaminated.
considered
Yeah.
off limits. However, the air in Kabasaki is currently purified to such an extent that it has no negative effect on the human body.
I still wouldn't trust the place.
If the plan goes smoothly, land prices in Kabasaki are going to skyrocket. And all that land is owned by the KE. And by So himself. The land he bought back for $1 billion will be worth 10 times that soon.
He's involved in some shady business.
So it'll be worth 10 billion instead?
It'll be worth a whole lot more.
He said the land he bought the land he bought for 1 billion will be worth 10 times that soon. So it'll be worth 10 billion.
Yeah. Essentially,
Which
this
is
is all.
better than the 1 billion, yes,
Yeah.
but it still doesn't compare to the 30 billion he sold it for.
But he got that cash.
But he got that cash.
So it's just him.
So Ota's mom diner is the only thing he hasn't gotten. That has to be it.
This is just another rumor, but the chemical plant exploding was no accident. It was done intentionally.
I mean, we
By
all.
Yeah,
So
we all-
and the Kumakuras, you mean?
But there's no hard evidence of that. It's just gossip.
All right, so
What
Ota.
about
What were we talking about again?
Ota and the Kumakuras.
Oh, right. You know how Matsushita Diner is close to the Kabasaki district?
Yes. It's like right on the edge.
The chemical plant explosion made times hard. Foot traffic went down, sales declined. No wonder it closed down. Ota must hold a grudge. Someone caused that explosion. And if it was intentional, oh, he'd hate them even more. That's how I link Ota to the Kumakuras.
It was shut down?
Yeah, apparently. Apparently it's not up and running anymore.
Okay. Okay, some of this information is like being swift sauce in my head. Like suddenly I was like, oh yeah, they're still in business. Then bam, they're not in business anymore actually. Even though, you know, Ota's mom was like, you want anything?
Mm-hmm.
Say goodbye.
Goodbye. Goodbye. I'm thinking of the Bear in the Big Blue House song now.
Okay, so it's not like they want the diner, but okay. This is I think this is kind of a far stretch.
I like how you do like the lip. It's real funny. I agree.
It's like now it's like a stretch to connect Ota and Kumakuras.
Also, what could Ota really do to the Kumakuras?
Well, like what can he really do? He was just obsessed with
Right, yeah.
an idol.
Yeah.
And it's like, okay, if he has a grudge against Kumakura and like attacks Shoko and Renju because of it, even though like their patronage is minimal compared to the congressmen's, right?
Uh-huh.
It just seems like he's attacked the wrong people.
The wrong people.
And then Iris got held up, and then like what? Ota died because of something else?
I don't know. Yeah, it doesn't make sense.
Okay, goodbye, Mama.
Bye, Mama.
Thank you, Mama. I don't know if what you told me will lead to anything, but
Oh, sorry. I didn't mean to waste your time.
Better
no,
something
it
did
was
nothing.
very helpful.
I'm glad I can help, even if it's just a little.
Well then, be seeing you.
Come back anytime.
Now I'm
All
just,
right.
what polishing. Okay, so I'm just wondering like why if the Kumakuras was the one who killed all of them, right?
Right.
What is the point of it? Why would they kill Shoko? Because she tricked them, I guess. Why would they kill Renju? Renju, I guess, because he was Shoko's partner? Question mark. Even though they like broke up like years ago, when. Then what's up with Iris and Ota?
Yeah.
Like, you really are they afraid of this boy? Who, I don't know, spends his time attacking and defending Tessa online?
Right. I don't know. What I do know is Sagan residence.
Let's go here first, I guess. I still suspect the mom. And I still don't... Okay, I guess now that we have the congressman as one of the characters, he's now up for suspicion. Like, what's up with him?
Uh-huh.
Oh, okay. This is different. When I visited the Sagan household, I found he told me with a hollow look in her eyes. She let me in and asked me to sit on the sofa. I agreed and sat down. But after that, I couldn't say a single word. The heavy silence weighed on both of us. Okay. There's no, I'm sorry, like, with what happened with Ota's mom. I'm gonna go with, can you have any information last?
Okay.
Iris was my everything. We always went everywhere together. Whether it was buying clothes, or going to the movies, or taking a walk, or going shopping at the supermarket. When she was young, she would just hold one of my fingers. Her hand was too small to hold mine. Then it was 2, then 3. And finally she could hold my hand. But eventually, she left my hands altogether. She started crossing her arms, being independent, even though she needed constant attention growing up.
Keep going on it, Iris.
Her memories are a part of this room. And always will be. When she was a baby, she fell off that sofa and cried and cried. One day, she tore up her picture book all over the floor here. Another time, she drew with crayons all over the window. She painted my portrait on Mother's Day. Scratches on the floor, chipped plates, burn marks on the table, stains on the cushions. Everything you see. It all holds a memory of her. But why?
I don't know how appropriate it is for us to ask about Ota.
But
Does she know Ota?
Ota was one of my students.
Oh.
I taught him in elementary school. I heard it from the police. Ota tried to help Iris and ended up... I don't know what to say. I have no words.
Like, I don't know if I believe the whole thing if she's sad about Ota. But I do believe she's sad about her daughter. Because I still suspect her. Like, but like, I guess now that we have the congressman, we'll just have to see how it plays out. Because apparently the congressman is now part of this. So many
characters.
So many characters. I need an actual court board with all the lines showing, all connecting everything.
Yeah.
Now that we got like so many parties. Okay, if any information?
Hitomi, my entire focus is on this case. Is there anything at all you can tell me?
I don't know if this is important, but...
No, please, tell me.
I may have told you this already. I met Renju's wife Shoko twice before. The first time at the wedding,
the second time a month ago. That second time was in the waiting room of the prison.
Prison?
There's an acquaintance of mine from when we were younger. I visit them a few times a year. And by coincidence, I saw Shoko. I don't think she noticed me, but I recognized her as Renju's wife right away. She was there for the same reason I was, to visit one of the inmates.
Do you know who?
No, I don't. We didn't talk.
Which prison?
Fuchu Prison, in Tokyo.
Fuchu.
Prison?
Is that the same one where we got the car from?
And from inmate 98.
I'm sorry to have bothered
89.
you. I'll be going now.
I don't know what to do. Thinking about her. Dante, please, you have to catch them. Please. Please.
I will. Trust me.
The one that she was visiting, is it that same person that we saw in the Somnium? The one that was also drawn by Iris on the wall?
I do know, but I can't tell you.
Yes, everything is speculation. Don't actually tell me anything. If you do, I'm just gonna be really mad.
Oh no, I'm not gonna say a word. I'm not saying anything.
Because if it was just an acquaintance, you're visiting them a couple times a year, a lot for just an acquaintance that you know in prison. You know.
Interesting.
Okay.
Cold storage.
I stepped into the cold storage warehouse. The air conditioning wasn't running, but it was still cold. The temperature hasn't rise much at all. The cold air sunk into my skin, but the center of my body was burning hot.
Yep, you know the drill. Talk to the guy with the mask.
I needed progress in investigation.
I checked this place point by point, but didn't find nothing.
So you found something.
Yeah.
Okay. Any clues?
No, nothing so far.
The inspector is doing his duties as usual.
Alright.
Okay, let's just look around before I look at the important part. But when box on the shelf, it's empty. Cardboard box on the floor, there's nothing in it. Shelves?
There are only a few items on the shelf.
Is this warehouse not in use?
Nothing particularly suspicious.
Alright. How about the other side? Oh, overhead crane.
Yeah, I would take that.
Boxes and shelves.
Shelves, boxes. Shelves packed with cardboard boxes. I don't see any clues here.
Alright. Little black corner? No. Okay.
Oil drum?
An oil drum.
Unlikely to be a clue. Well, Date! You never know!
Do tell me how you are an expert.
A crane is hanging from, hook is hanging from the crane. Forklifts. I do not know if forklifts can be used one-handed, but that could be how, if we think he told me was the killer, she would kill Ota on the saw blade. But yes, I don't see anything special about it.
This forklift is old.
This one
It
is
does not
old.
appear to be functional. It has not been moved in some time.
A forklift, the tire and floors are covered with a layer of ice. Okay.
A video camera and laptop. This is what the criminal used to stream.
In case we forgot.
All of these items have been bought from pawn shops and thrift stores. It would be difficult to determine a suspect from them.
Alright, check it again.
I have logged into the Wi-Fi in this warehouse.
There's Wi-Fi in this
Fishery
warehouse.
Co., Ltd. is listed as the owner. However, I found the password written directly on the router. Anyone who saw it could have used it.
Wait,
Alright.
I
How
have
do you know
done
that?
some research. As the name suggests, the company is owned by the Okiuras, the same Okiuras we know. Renju's father created the company.
Another connection to Renju.
No, actually. Currently, Okiura Fishery has nothing to do with Renju. The company has been managed by office representatives for the past 17 years after Renju's father died. Renju holds no shares and is not involved in the management. In short, Renju did not inherit the company from his father, and it was instead given to other persons.
But it can't be a coincidence.
It certainly is suspicious.
Like I said, the killer is someone who has a grudge against them.
Uh-huh.
That's something I think. Like
Sure.
they're targeting
Grudge
the
is a good one,
Okihara,
yeah.
the Okiura, which now makes me worry about Mizuki that we left her
Uh-huh.
all alone.
Yeah, right.
Video camera.
There we go. Alright, that's all cleared up. Bloodstained B.
Okay, yeah, let's go with the one closest to it. Okay, so this is where Ota probably got stabbed.
Evidence marker.
A little marker is put up track. Wow. Is this Ota's blood? Okay,
Bloodstained A.
Iris and Ota's blood. Wow! Thank you for all your hard
Workbench.
work.
Yeah.
Right here. Iris and Ota were...
I am sure you are already aware of Ota's time of death.
And probably
just before I
Iris's.
arrived. About 3:30 in the morning.
And the cause of death.
Right, about that. Ota had a stab wound from a kitchen knife in his side.
Correct.
What was the exact cause of death? Was it the knife wound, or...
I cannot determine that. I can conclude that the knife wound was at least close to being fatal. Even if Ota was still alive on the workbench, he was certainly on the verge of death. If he weren't already extremely weak, we would expect to see more signs of struggle.
Okay, so that makes it easy for Hitomi to put him on the bench. I'm still going with the
Sure.
theory because it's like,
Sure.
oh yeah, the Yakuza. It's gotta be them. Gotta be the congressman who's obviously doing bad stuff, right? No, you suspect the one least suspicious, because if they choose to make the one who's most suspicious, it's just terrible story writing. Unless they can put us off the trail for a bit and then come back to them.
Uh-huh.
It's because we're focused on them now. I'm like, yeah, I don't think so.
Workbench.
Maybe Ota was trying to help Iris jumping at the criminal. That led to a scuffle and Ota ended up with a knife wound in his side. He lost all his power to fight back. He was forcibly put inside a costume and then finally cut open by the ice cutting machine.
But why? Why did the culprit put the costume on Ota?
Unknown.
Workbench.
Like I said,
Yeah.
I don't think Ota...
Yeah.
I think Ota killed Iris with the live stream and he was the one in the costume. Like, he took it off screen and then on off screen, because if you think about it, the polar bear went off screen and then Ota just happened to get there on time without a struggle. You don't even see the polar bear come back to try to attack Ota.
Mm.
Their bodies aren't here anymore. Right here, Iris is... Okay. It's time to look at the machine. Iris and Ota was sliced in two by this ice cutting machine. Iris and Ota.
Iris's
Ota's
estimated
nice.
time of death and cause of death have been confirmed.
I don't think it's
The
estimated time
video
of
was
death.
not a recording. It was a live stream, filmed in real time.
Which means Iris's time of death is 3:20 a.m.
Iris also had her left eye removed.
Yeah.
She looked very
And
dead in
like
that
Renju
picture.
and Shoko, Iris's left eyeball has not been recovered. Date, we should get moving. Officers from the local jurisdiction are checking the warehouse thoroughly. We will not find anything of importance here.
Yeah, you're right.
You can ask
Hopefully we get
CSI
the
to inform you if they
autopsy
find
soon.
anything.
Yeah.
All right.
Ice cutting machine.
All right.
I guess it's Inspector. I'm heading out. Let me know if you find anything. I let them know that I let them know, then left the warehouse. Ooh, outside a warehouse.
Uh-huh.
Where are the cars? We saw 2 cars, actually. Wait. We saw 2 other cars. Where are they?
Where they go? Yeah. I don't know.
Okay, so there was 2 other cars. If one of them was the one that Ota used to get here, who was the other one?
Mm-hmm.
The killer? The killer that was still there when we got here?
Good question.
What is he doing here? Oh wait, yeah, you saw Pewter. He walked up to me while I was trying to work it out.
Date, I have to talk to you about something.
Huh?
About the original Cyclops serial
Oh
killings.
no.
Why this all of a sudden?
Why is he
Because
in front
I
of a
want you
cop?
to solve this case, Mr. Date. I want you to find who did this and bring them to justice. So, if I can help you, even a little.
Why didn't you say anything at Abyss?
The boss was there. I couldn't speak openly in front of her. So, I decided to meet you here.
Are you saying this is in front of the police
All right.
officer we saw was guarding the
Let's
door?
hear it.
Okay.
Earlier, I told you that I was completely certain the original Cyclops killer couldn't have committed these crimes. I am absolutely certain
Okay.
the original
Okay.
This is so dumb.
No, I'm done. No, I'm skipping these scenes.
Let
We've
me
already
explain
seen them.
why. I'll start by telling you the identity of the Cyclops killer.
It's
Although,
you.
it's more accurate to say killers.
More than one?
In the first series of killings, the culprit had an accomplice. One of them was born a murderous psychopath. The other is Rohan Kumakura, the previous chairman of the Kumakuras. They each had a role to play. The murderer committed the homicide, and Rohan removed the eyeball.
Now we have a connection to the Kumakuras? Huh.
Go ahead and keep talking, computer.
Okay, so let's talk about who is the murder psychopath.
He was born with a brain dysfunction. Due to damage to the posterior pituitary gland, he was unable to properly secrete oxytocin.
Oxytocin is a peptide hormone linked to feelings of love, affection, and trust. It is colloquially referred to as the love hormone. It causes a tranquilizing effect which improves mood and relieves stress. It is normally secreted when the body makes contact with an object of affection, such as an embrace or caress.
Okay.
I'm sure you know what this implies, but he was unable to feel love in the way that we do.
So
However,
it is a
he was able to experience a substitute. His brain was wired in such a way that allowed him to feel satisfaction through other means. Due to the unique idiosyncrasies of his brain, he was able to release large amounts of dopamine and endorphins by performing a certain action.
What was it?
Killing.
Murder.
Making pies.
Dopamine is
Making
a hormone
pie.
linked to the reward system of the brain. The pleasant feeling
Gamers are very aware of this. Of this.
Endorphins are a kind of brain narcotic. They dull pain and create a feeling of happiness.
He got pleasure from killing people?
Specifically
It's slightly more complicated than that. Killing people was the only way he could get pleasure. He was 12
why was it
when he took his first
only?
life. That enlightened him to the pleasure of murder, which he would do again and again.
Whoa. How did the Cyclops case get classified?
That, I don't know.
The details of the original Cyclops serial killings case have become nebulous over time. Even the official investigation material contains nothing of value. I am unable to draw any conclusions from them.
You really have no idea?
Okay, so if Date knew Iris when she was younger, as from the flashback, and we are and Date is the serial killer, the original one, and say we said that they are about the same age, and if Iris is right about her age and that she's 18, so she didn't lie about that, that puts us at around 18, and Iris was 12 when the Cyclops killing started, which would make Date around the same age. I'm just saying, like,
These are facts I'm stating.
these are things I'm speculating.
I'm not saying anything, but these are this is a math problem I am currently making audible.
Yes, cause we saw that flashback.
Uh-huh.
They were around the same age.
I saw that flashback.
Yeah, it was around the same age because we weren't obviously an adult because our hands were not freakish. Our hands wasn't man hands.
Are you saying that the grown-up hands are freakishly big?
Compared to Sherman's, yes.
Yes. All right.
Because if we were an adult and we were like dirty, as it says, like 6 years ago, we'll be 24.
Something, yeah.
So we'll be a grown adult with grown-up hands and not kids' hands. Iris' hands would have been tiny in ours.
Now, granted, the blob men you see in Somnium are just like placeholders. They're
Yes,
not-
yes.
yeah.
I wasn't referring to the blobs.
Sure,
I was
yeah.
referring to the flashback.
Sure, yeah.
And yes, they are placeholders because Rohan, based on that image they showed, is incredibly big,
Yes.
and neither one of those blobs were as big as he was.
Yes.
If I did, I would tell you.
So about Rohan.
18 years ago, Rohan took a woman.
18 years ago.
She was already dead. He put his finger into her eye socket and gouged
So
it
that
out.
was way before the.
The reason why was simple. He was fascinated by women's eyes. Their beauty stimulated his greed and his desire to possess them. He needed to have them, to make them his own. Driven by this instinctive impulse, he took the woman's eye.
Just their right eye.
Then on, he acquired a grotesque obsession with the eyes of dead women. He was very particular about his need that the eye belonged to a deceased woman. But even being the head of a Yakuza gang, there weren't too many opportunities for him to indulge. His deepest, darkest desire went unfulfilled for years. However, he soon met his ideal partner, the aforementioned psychopath. The Cyclops killer would commit the murder, and Rohan would take the eye. Thus, a mutually beneficial relationship was established. This was the origin of the Cyclops serial killings. At about the same time, you were assigned to Abyss.
Oh, okay.
At the same time as the killing? Or the same time as the end of the killing?
Not stated.
'Cause we knew Rohan. We thought he was still the leader of the gang.
Uh-huh.
Until we found out it was Momo.
Yep. So,
Okay.
yeah.
So, summarize for me.
The original Cyclops killer had an accomplice.
there were 2 Cyclops killers.
And one of them was the former chairman of the Kumakuras, Rohan Kumakura.
Okay, so I guess the one thing that's bothering me is like they knew Rohan was the accomplice, but they don't know but he doesn't know the real killer? Or that he's still just keeping that information? Me.
Rohan committed suicide by jumping to his death 1 year ago.
1 year ago.
That means... Pewter, tell me this. One of the original killers is dead, I know that. But that means one remains. Who is he?
After his 4th murder, he was arrested by the police. They actually picked him up on other charges. But, in any case, he is currently serving a life sentence in Fuchu prison.
Fuchu prison?
Okay, so here's the thing that I'm not getting.
Uh-huh.
It's that if they had arrested him, why is this classified? Why is the information classified? You solved the case. Other than this guy is just taking the fall. For the real one, me.
Well, we'll find out.
Yes.
What's his name?
In prison, he doesn't have a name.
He's
He's
prisoner
simply
something.
called Number 89.
Yes, that one.
Yeah.
Number 89.
I know who killed Shogunadami.
So, now you know why I said that.
Are we now saying that we have a twin brother? I mean, what? We have a twin brother, and we were taking medicine to like forget that brother because we were like, fuck that brother.
That the original Cyclops killer couldn't have committed these crimes. Because one is dead, and the other is behind bars. Neither of them had the opportunity.
All right. Well then, in the next episode, we will move along the map.
I knew it.
Hi,
There were policemen here. And we just talked about this out in public where they can hear.
Maybe they are deaf.
Maybe they're just too engrossed in their own conversation.
Probably. Alright guys, the next episode we'll move on to the next location. I have a feeling I know what that is, but
The prison.
in the next episode we will do just that. See you guys then.
Bye.